Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Bismillah walhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man tabi'ahu bi ihsanin ila yawmiddin. Thumma amma ba'd. My dear respected brothers and sisters, consider when you were a young child and consider what the motivating factor was behind you as a young child obeying and following the rules that were set by your parents. When we were young children, we did not understand the concept of an obligation set by Allah Azza wa Jal or a prohibition set by Allah Azza wa Jal. We did not understand the concept of halal and we did not understand the concept of haram. We did not understand the concept of Jannah and we did not understand the concept of Jahannam. What was it that motivated us at such a young age to obey and follow the rules that were set by our parents? It was none other than fear of the consequences that would happen if we did otherwise. Consequences such as having to go to sleep early, being told we could not play with certain toys, being told that we could not go outside and play with our friends. Whatever it was, we feared the consequences and therefore we stayed upright and we fulfilled the rules and the commandments and we obeyed that which was set by our parents. Now consider you as an adult. Consider yourself as an adult. An adult who is commanded by Allah Azza wa Jal to do certain things and who is commanded by Allah Azza wa Jal to stay away from certain things. What is it that is found in the heart of the slave that allows them and motivates them and assists them to get up day after day and obey Allah Azza wa Jal? Get up day after day and pray. Get up and fast an entire month. Go and do Hajj and spend the money that it costs and exert the effort that comes with it. Staying upright and obeying our parents, giving our money. What is it that motivates the slave to do these things? It is the fear that they have. The fear that they have of Allah Azza wa Jal and the fear of the punishment that could come if they did otherwise. And it's for this reason that Allah Azza wa Jal commands His slaves, commands the believers in the Quran to fear Allah Azza wa Jal, to have fear of Allah Azza wa Jal in their heart and to follow this fear that is in their heart throughout their actions. Allah Azza wa Jal, He says in the Quran, إِنَّمَا ذَلِكُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ يُخَوِّفُ أَوْلِيَاءَهُ فَلَا تَخَافُوهُمْ وَخَافُونِ إِن كُنتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. Allah Azza wa Jal, He says in the Quran, indeed it is shaitan who makes you fear his friends. So do not fear them, but fear me. Fear Allah Azza wa Jal if you indeed are true believers. It is the fear of Allah Azza wa Jal that keeps us upright. It is the fear of Allah Azza wa Jal that motivates us to fulfill His commandments and stay away from His prohibitions. And this is why the best of people are those who have the fear of Allah Azza wa Jal. First and foremost, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet ﷺ, he says that indeed he is the most fearful of Allah Azza wa Jal. He is the most fearful of Allah Azza wa Jal. He is the one who has the most taqwa and the most khashya of Allah Azza wa Jal. And Allah Azza wa Jal, He says about whom? He says about the scholars, about those of knowledge, the best of people, that they are indeed the ones who fear Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah Azza wa Jal, He says in the Quran, إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاءِ, that indeed it is the scholars, those who have knowledge, those who have true understanding of this religion and of Allah Azza wa Jal, that truly fear Allah Azza wa Jal. And this is a lesson for us. We may ask, how do we develop this fear of Allah Azza wa Jal in our hearts? It is by knowing Allah Azza wa Jal. It is by learning about Allah Azza wa Jal and by learning about His religion, by learning about Jannah and by learning about Jahannam, learning what will come to those who obey Allah Azza wa Jal and what will come to those who do not obey Allah Azza wa Jal. So we remind ourselves, I remind myself and I remind you all to learn about Allah Azza wa Jal. Be of those who read and study and attend lessons so that you know about Allah Azza wa Jal and you know about His religion and you know about His reward and you know about His punishment, so you can be of those who the fear of Allah Azza wa Jal is implanted in their heart. And once the fear of Allah Azza wa Jal is implanted in one's heart, then it will become easier for them to get up day after day and worship Allah Azza wa Jal and be obedient to Allah Azza wa Jal. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal that He makes us of those who truly fear Him, and He makes us of those who are motivated to learn about Him so that they can develop this fear هذا والله أعلم، وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين، وجزاكم الله خيرا، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.